Okay, this is it. I am overall done trying to figure out what's in here. I know there's more stuff in here, but tonight I built the Celestial Forager, was missing a few pieces, and I built the Allied Avenger, not Avenger. Two of the really cool sets in one in Mtron and one in Blacktron 2. So again, two Blacktron sets, Blacktron 2 sets, two Space Police 2, one Ice Planet, one original classic space set. There are more sets to build, but I'm just done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets built. The Allied Adventure was missing the tile with arrow pointing forward, so I just grabbed one of my tiles with the arrow pointing sideways because I don't have any more arrows with tiles with the arrow pointing forward. C'est la vie. Other than that, it's complete. Fantastic parts and pieces. I had to grab two of these wing plates I had to grab from my collection. What else? I can't remember now. The grill tiles. I had to grab 3 or 4 from my collection, and 2 printed round 2x2 tiles with arrow. I had 2 in the collection and in the lot, but I had to grab 2 more. So other than that, the one thing that was missing was that 2x8 white brick. So I had to grab that out of my collection. That was very odd. Usually basic brick are everywhere. As for the Celestial Forager, 99% of it was there. The 2 parts that were missing were actually the display consoles. I grabbed this one from my collection, and I couldn't find the other one because I have one of these somewhere with all the 1x1s on it for white, and I couldn't find it because I know I have that 1x1 tile, but whatever. So that's the piece that's missing. The majority, I'm trying to think now because I built this one first. The magnets, I had to get all the magnets, by the way. There was 0 magnets in the collection, in the lot. The magnet holders were there, but the magnets themselves were gone because I think they were selling them for charity and they didn't want any kind of lawsuits with magnets. So, c'est la vie. There was 0 magnets, just like there was 0 minifigs. I always like this guy. And of course, I talked about that one the other day, those 2, that one over there and that one over there. So, but I do know from the parts and pieces left over that there is I think it's Unitron. I was going to build it because, I already built one. I did a review on it. I just grabbed these pieces here. Again, these are not all the pieces. I would probably have at least 80% of the pieces, but I'd have to get 1 more of these guys, and I'd have to get 2 more of these guys. Now, again, I know I have lots of these guys, but then again, I've already built lots of Renegades, so I'm just tired. I'm just tired of building, and it wasn't my favorite theme. I think, let me just look it up for a sec. That is the Saucer Centurion, and the Saucer Centurion was Spirius. So yeah, no, that shouldn't be in there. I am not going to bother rebuilding that guy, reconstituting that guy. Not my favorite series. Not my least favorite series, RoboForce. But I'm so trashy about RoboForce. I like them all. I did have fun. If you go back and want to look through my huge list of videos, I did a review of the Saucer Centurion, 69339 Saucer Centurion, and I liked it. But I'm just too tired to rebuild this one. I might just put it in a Ziploc and save it for later, just so whatever, and I'll find more pieces in the lot that I got before I roll it into the collection. The other thing I would have, and again, I don't feel like building because it has a lot more pieces missing, is the I want to say vector detector. I'm looking at LugNet because that's where I go, is the LugNets. Vector detector Mtron. I don't even have the canopy, the trans neon green. I got lots of spares in my collection, but I didn't have that. And I think there are still a few antennas in there. Yes, there are still a few antennas in there. But no, I'm not going to bother with the vector detector. I think I have 3 or 4 of them already built. And then I had this stuff remaining, and I think one of them is the Blacktron 2 little satellite launcher, rocket launcher, but also the Crater Critters, the Crater, what do you call it? Crater Cruiser. I have never built it, nor do I feel like building it ever. Because again, the canopy would be in here for that, right? So I got plenty of canopies left over. It's got the 2 big ones, 2 medium ones, and lots of small ones. I really do not feel it's a 1700 series set. If I remember correctly, 1787. Yes. Crater Critters. I'm sure all the parts, or most of the parts, or some of the parts, are in this lot. I have never built that set, and just like that dual set, the Starfleet Voyager and the 6880, I've never built that combination set either, nor do I ever feel like building it. And so today, maybe someday, perhaps someday, like I wouldn't mind building this one, but I'm just tired. So, but the Crater Critters or Crater Crawler, I remember seeing it in the magazine. And I think, what year did that come out in? Let me just have a quick look, because I can guarantee it came out in the 90s. Yeah, 1995. This is why I'm not building it. I mentioned this before. If you want to talk about dark ages, I never had a dark ages of Lego, as I say continuously for anybody to hear. Oh, that's me. My interest in Lego has never ever waned or dissipated. There has not been a month, continuous month, where I haven't touched and or built with Lego since my earliest memories. But there was a dark ages for me for buying new Lego off the shelf, and it ran from the early 90s to 1998 when the RCX came out. So there was about almost a decade where I did not buy a new set off the shelf, a new Lego set. Now, during that time, and as I mentioned before, you might be new here, I hit every garage sale I possibly could, every flea market, every yard sale, everything I could possibly come across. And even the internet had started. So I was on the internet right at the beginning, in the early to mid 90s, buying used Lego. And so my purchasing of Lego never waned, but just buying new stuff, because every time I opened up a brochure or every time I went to the store, I was just disheartened by the lack of, I won't say quality, because the Lego brick quality, some people can argue this, but the Lego brick quality never ever for me waned. I mean, there's always been issues, but the quality of the actual brick was good through the 90s, but the sets themselves were just not doing it for me at all. Nothing really appealed to me in the 90s, except all of a sudden the RCX showed up and I got right back into it. And I also and I continue to buy used lots and lots of classic space, which is where all this comes in. So these are going to stay together. These are going to go rolled out into the totes. And I am seriously considering sometime this summer on a nice quiet weekend to pull out all my sets and clear off the living room floor and get them all set up, lined up, whatever, for a photo shoot. But we'll see if that actually happens, because again, I even have all the stuff up there that's just sitting there. Benny spaceships and 10497s, other stuff, Josh's stuff too. But you know, there's minifigs, red minifigs, white minifigs all over this room. So if I feel like it, if I really do get bored, I might put together the Saucer Centurion and find all the pieces that are missing. As I think it's going to be like maybe 20 pieces that I have to get out of my collection. But I built these bunch here this week, and I think this was a fun week for me. It was definitely a fun week for me. I hope it was a fun week for you, that you tagged along on this. So what we're talking about this is the trans pieces that are left over. And again, I was going to try to find out, you know, I know that this isn't the gray AT-AT guy. Another one of those, another one of those, this guy, you know, that's, I won't say ubiquitous, but Starfleet Voyager and a bunch of other sets. So one 1x4 yellow brick, which could be anything in the 3-digit range. It wasn't that guy, because that already had his 1x4 in. This guy only came in the Galaxy Commander, but hardly anything else in here for the Galaxy Commander, except for maybe one of these, but it doesn't have any other kind of canopies. This guy, again, I won't say ubiquitous back in the day, but pretty much ubiquitous. Could be any set. And this guy, again, Galaxy Commander, maybe, but it's only, I think I only have 2 in there. So, so that's that. And then you got the fancy pieces that will dump out. This guy would, of course, would be for the Celestial Forager, the Vector Detector. That's what this guy, because I actually got the front door for that right there, right there. So again, that's part of that. A whole bunch of these, but again, I'm not really building the sets. Another Space Police, which makes, I believe, is that little rocket launcher thingy. This guy, which I'm going to go find the other sets that I have in the garage. So just a whole bunch of always cool to have. You know, and these guys just scream later sets in the 90s. There's this guy, always nice to have. So those guys are going to go somewhere. And then we get the actual bins stuff. So this is the gray bin that's left over. Again, it's got a thruster, which can be the 918 because it's missing the axle hole, and there's only one wing plate, but it has this guy too. So it's probably classic or in the early classics. This guy, a lot of, I would say, town and or basic brick, but again, possibly these Saucer Centurion. I think it came with red and black of these. I honestly can't remember. I think the blacks were these guys, and then the reds were these guys. So, and this guy was a Saucer Centurion for sure. So I got a lot of those pieces. Dark Play we're not going to talk about, because anything after dark gray is meh. 2 bins of white pieces. Again, rocket thruster. These guys, which was, I was thinking Futuron, that Futuron set that split into 3. Again, I can't remember the name, but that would cover the 2 trans blue octagons over there. Black, still 4 totes of black. Got more of these guys still. Rocket thruster still. This is going to go into the bin of doom. Then this guy, again, this reminded me of that Futuron set, so maybe that's in there, but I don't have any of the other trans blue pieces. This guy, whatever that is. The newer pieces and the plates, but then just a whole bunch of really cool hinges and parts and pieces in here. Nothing jumps out at me yet. They say, oh, well, this is one set, but again, lots of classic spacey pieces, like this guy. And then this guy, I think, again, this is the Saucer Centurion, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I built it, and I didn't look at the instructions. So the black is done. Blue, here we go. Lots of basic blue brick. And then this guy, again, 6980, maybe. This guy, you know, so this guy, again, 6980. So, but it only looks like the back half. There's hardly any pieces for the front half of the 6980. So, you know, it is no full. And then light blay, don't care. And then the miscellaneous colors that don't care. so all that, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. All that in this one lot for $140. All this, all that, all that, all the way through. And I got to build those 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets. And so in the end, oops, do that up later. In the end, I can't complain about this lot at all for the sets that I had to reconstitute. I'm just gonna get rid of all this stuff off the table again. Slide that out of the way. Put this stuff back in here. Let me put the phone down a sec. You guys can look at close-in view of stuff. There we go. Get this stuff off the table. You guys can go in there. Okay, so this is out of the way-ish. So there, boom. And then you can go right there. That is a worthy lot right there. Some people would say that's worth $140 right there. I mean, this thing, I just happened to look on Bricklink. The cheapest one is $230 something or $218, and that's missing pieces and missing minifigs. So I'm going, this is fully complete, 100% complete with no minifigs. And everything else basically 100% complete. That's missing the one trans neon orange antenna and the 4 skis. Everything else is there, all there. Yeah, all there now. All there except for that one piece here. And yeah, all here. So nice. I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy I got the lot. I am going to not look as hard for lots anymore because, honest to goodness, I haven't even finished reconstituting all the sets from this lot, and I still have like these other lots here that were washed and is sorted-ish, and I haven't done nothing with them. And I got bins down here. I can't remember one of these bins. It's just full of baggies from Valley Village that I want to make videos on. So I got a lot of stuff to do here in this room without adding more stuff and bringing more stuff in. But this lot was a lot that I could not let go past without trying to bid on it. And I'm glad I got it. It's a really good lot. And I'm, again, very, very impressed with how the quality of the pieces, how they were. I think they were just displayed. And I also think because she was selling them for charity, she washed them before I got them because I didn't have to really wash them. They were not dusty. They were not dirty. It was very nice, very, very clean. And again, the parts that I grabbed out of my collection, hardly any in the grand scheme of things, hardly any pieces. I will say right now that my collection that I've been acquiring for over 50 years now impressed me in so many ways with the rare parts that I had to dig out for, especially for the Space Police 2, the inverted red double slope thing. I was amazed I had some of those spares. And I really can't think of anything else right now, but yeah, my collection did not let me down. So I do not think right now I could probably build that one from parts from my collection. We know I can't do this one until I find that 1x1 tile piece. Still my 1x1 tiles on it. But I can guarantee I can't rebuild this one at this point now. I don't have hardly any more spares of those guys. I do have lots of trans yellow, but I probably couldn't build that one from scratch. But again, I don't have to. And I definitely couldn't build that one in the back because, like I said, we have run out of trans neon orange antennas, and we have run out of white skis from the old, I forget what the line was called. It was Technic with those big figs. It had a name on it. It just escaped me when I was just thinking about it. But it's been fun. I'm going to clean up my room. We got some company coming over this weekend for a barbecue on our July 1st weekend barbecue. That is going to be slightly different this year. But yeah, so that's it. I want everybody out there to stay safe, take care. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family, take care of those who take care of you, and make sure that they take care of you as well. Do not be taken advantage of. And for me, I've always said that I'm just so blessed going through my life and the stuff I just come across, the stuff that I love, and I keep on finding like-minded people to enjoy my life with, and they have similar interests and hobbies and we'll say quote unquote wants and desires, and want to hang around. So I do appreciate everybody watching this video. Every one of you, I do appreciate. Again, you do not have to like and subscribe. You do not have to send a message. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. This is a, not to use the woke term, safe zone, but this is a safe zone for all of us. And I'll keep it as such. And it's always going to be this kind of stuff. so that's it. That's all. I will talk to everybody soon. Stay safe, take care, and see you on the flip side.